Good morning. I'm painting Little Promise. I'm putting on a little bit of blush. It just helps with the realism to give it a little extra blush in some areas. This is her little arm that I have not blushed. And here's the one that I've been working on. Hopefully you can see the difference. See, we've just added, you see it looks a little bit more real, just a little. I don't know how well you can see, and I simply hate the setup I have. I just feel like I'm wasting my time showing you that you cannot see. And it's frustrating. Okay, not blushed, blushed. It has, on the little wrist and on the little knuckles of the fingers. I think you can see a little bit on her little elbow. Just pink it up a little. Now I'm going to do the next little hand. I just used some thinning medium and a little bit of Genesis red. Half the time I use it just straight out of the container. That color, I don't mix a color for some of my blush, and it's pretty red when I put it on. It's pretty red. And I just dot it on the places I want it. And then I take a relatively clean sponge, which I've been using this one, and just take off the extra and kind of spread it out. Spread it around where you want it. I just do it really, really subtly, and if it needs more, I'll put more later after it's been baked. I don't try to put more on top of this because it tends to want to come off. Like, if you put a new layer on top of that layer before it's baked, it'll take the layer underneath off. I've had that happen, and what a nightmare. I like to never got that baby doll fixed. But I did get it fixed eventually. I wish I could figure out what to do for you guys to hear me better. I know you can't hear what I say some of the time. I know if you put headphones in your ears, like I watch these videos at work because I like to go back and just see, how it is and does it sound okay and all that. And I can hear it fine at work with my headphones. I can hear it fine on my phone. I have no problem. So I don't know why some of you can hear me, some of you can't. But turn up your speakers and use headphones is my suggestion until I can get a better setup, better way to go about this. That's about all I can tell you. I don't know a whole lot about it, obviously. So I wish I did. I have a son who knows quite a bit about it, but I don't think he's even seen one of my videos, so he didn't care about this. He don't care about this. And that's alright. I'm gonna go back and do the little knuckles. And the little wrist. Usually I say the little fat wrist, but this baby is anything but fat, so. No fat on this little dude. I don't know if I'm going to make her a boy or girl. I think I'm just going to. I'll have to probably make her clothes, because if I buy her clothes, the clothes are going to cost a lot, because micro preemie clothing is really pricey online. I wish I could find a place that, had some really cute stuff for a pretty inexpensive price, but I think I'm gonna end up making her something, and I think I'll just make something extremely simple, like, I don't know if you've been on my Facebook and seen any of my photos, but I have a photo, I think it's on Instagram as well, of my little Clementine summer rain sculpt in a little flannel gown that my grandmother made for one of her babies, and that little gown is it's just one little layer of flannel with a little blanket stitch all around the edge, and it's real simple. It'd be very easy to make, although a little time consuming with that hand stitch around the edge, but well worth it. So I think that's probably what I'm going to put on her. Just a little simple gown like that, and then that way she can be a boy or a girl, either one. She's just a little keepsake baby. She commemorates the birth of any child you want to do, but mostly she's to commemorate the birth of a very, very premature baby, or a baby that you've lost. At least that's kind of what most people do for her. That's what she's for. I'm on taping. He said, let me back up. He decided he don't, huh? I know you just woke up. Trust me, you don't want to see him right now. They barely want to see me right now. Alright, so there's her little. Trying to figure, can I get it farther away, closer up? How can you see this? Get the light off of it a little bit. That helped a little. See her little wrist, her little elbow highlighted with some blush. Yeah, that helped a little. So that's what I'm doing, sitting here highlighting Little Promise. I think I'm gonna put some on her little shoulder, right there. If I turn it this way, I can't see what I'm doing, but you see I'm just spreading it around. I'm not really making these videos to teach you anything, so that's why I'm not totally concerned with whether or not you can see what I'm doing. I'm not really trying to teach you, because I mean, I'm not the be-all end-all of baby doll painting, so I don't really call myself a teacher. So I always say, if you want to watch somebody do it for real to try to learn, on YouTube, Kim at CustomDollBaby.com is my favorite. There's lots of them. There's a tutorial on Facebook. I can't remember the name of it right now, but she's my favorite, and I really like a lot of the things she does and the way she goes about it, and she explains it, and I go back to her videos again and again. It just never hurts to refresh your memory, or you know, see that technique one more time. And I had already painted before I found her, but she's definitely helped me, definitely. And I know she's helped a lot of other people too. And it's really, really nice of her to do that on her channel for free, just because she definitely could charge for those tutorials that she puts out there. They're really good. She goes very in depth, and I think she has a very talented husband that helps her with some calculations and things that she has for weighing your doll as well. I haven't checked those out, but I think they would be helpful as well. So this is what I'm doing. Just fooling around with Little Promise right now, getting her blushed up. The little heels I love the little heels and the little bottom of the feet. I just love it. It's just precious. The blush just starts to bring them alive, because you know they're getting all pinked up. You know, it's just precious. That's why I love this hobby. I'm just gonna make a little row right down through there and blend it out. You want to always always make sure you've got a clean edge on your clean edge to stay where you don't want blush. That way it'll keep it confined to the area you want it to be, because you don't want the blush coming all the way up onto the rest of her foot. You want it to stay right there. At least I do. That's how I like it. I don't like it to come way up on the side, so that's how I do it. Get a little clean area. I like this part to stay other color and this part to get blushed. Don't know how well you can see it, but like I say, once it gets sort of dry, don't try to go back, because it is not a good thing. Not a good thing. Okay, here's the foot, blushed and not blushed. Not blushed, see, that's just really pale. Really, really pale. And then blushed. See how it just pinks up the edges and brings it a little bit closer to being to life. Excuse my gigantic fingers there, but trying to shield this light so you can see. See how much pinker that is? It's just, it helps a lot. So I'm going to continue doing that, and got to go to work later, so yay me. At least I have a job. I know a lot of people who maybe need a job and can't find one, so you can always go become a nurse. Although I don't recommend it. See y'all later.